What's up, guys? Paul Costa with Achilles Heel Tactical, back on the range with another drill to help you on your shooting journey. What we got here is going to be the Crisscross Drill from Ben Stoger and Kwanzit Kim. Great little drill that you can set up with only 2 targets. It'll assist you on applying different shooting schemes or confirmation levels, however you want to refer to that, and then also assist you on trigger break exits and blending different target areas together. All right, so we'll run this drill. This is the way it's going to go, and then I'm going to show you some variations on how we can do this. But initially, we're just going to start off with, from the draw, 2 to the A zone, the whole A zone, right, you have. You're going to transition trigger break exit, right, using all those blending techniques that we showed you in those prior videos, to the credit card, right? So a little bit more visual information we're going to want to make sure we're accountable for that credit card. As soon as we put 2 in that credit card, we'll be throttling up right down back to the large A zone, shooting 2 there again. Same thing, exiting out, back to the credit card, right? But first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about some common mistakes that I see in the class when people run this drill. We'll do this from 5 yards. So first iteration is going to be a little bit incorrect in what I see, right? So common problem that I see is a lot of people, since you're at 5 yards, they want to apply the same visual cues across the board, right? Like, that is not what we're looking to do. So usually they'll start off at shooting low confirmation, and then they'll just start doing that all the way across the board, and then they'll forget about how to blend the associated hit zones together, right? So we don't want to do that. This will be a demonstration of what is incorrect and what we're trying to not have happen here. All right, so it'll look like this, incorrect demo. Right, so what we had there was we did 0 blending with a gun returned back to the same hit zone every time that I was done shooting. I then moved the gun after it returned to the next hit zone, split the gun the same way I was shooting the large A zones to the credit cards, and then did the same thing, so on and so forth across the whole array. So 0 blending, 0 confirmation level changes, actually over confirming on every first shot, and then just splitting the gun real hard, right? So it was like max confirmation and then streak, max confirmation and then streak. This is not what we're looking for, right? We're looking for you to use the appropriate confirmation levels. As that starts becoming more fluid with the blendings, then yes, we'll start decreasing the amount of information that we need to see. So we'll now do it a little bit slower, but we'll do it cleaner so you can kind of see what we're going for, okay? All right, so what you should have saw there was a distinct difference as I was coming out of the head box here. All right, so coming out of this head box, you can see that as soon as I'm done with that last round, I'm throttling up. I'm not waiting for a lot of visual information from the gun to start shooting that. So as soon as I see that flash of color or that streak, I'm sending those rounds. On that last round, I'm trigger break exiting, and I'm going right back to the credit card to put the 2 rounds in the credit card to finish the drill off. All right, now once that's looking pretty good, yeah, man, push yourself. We're always trying to make things a little bit more difficult for ourselves, and then we will start to try to use a little bit less information, but I still want to keep that blending while we're doing this. Tape up this stuff real quick so you guys can see the target after we're done. All right, so now, assuming that you're doing it that way and it's going good, I'm going to start trying to really pick up that pace, and on those credit cards, I'm going to try to use a little bit less information, all right, and see if I can still maintain accountability. The goal is not to keep them in the head box, it's to keep it in the credit card, right? So yes, I want to try to shoot sooner with less information, but I still need to make sure that it's enough information that I can be accountable to those rounds. All right. All right. right, so we picked that up a little bit. I think I'm slightly out of the credit card here. It's hard to see these lines because they don't actually exist on these targets, but the credit card line is right there. That one's right below it. All right, so we'll do that again. I'll make that correction and make sure I pick the correct spot, which is kind of basically me just picking a random spot in the middle of these targets because you can't see the outlines of it. But we will get it done. There we go. All right, so throttled it up, got a little bit more aggressive on the targets, right? Still being accountable, getting the stuff we need here. Now what we can do is we can change this up a little bit. Tape this up here. And we'll just tape the head box. I'm out of tape here, guys. I'm unprepared for this video. We'll leave the middle ones. So another layer you could do with this is you could start adding a little bit more weapons handling into it, right? So we could add that array that we did there. We could throw a reload into it and then also force ourselves to switch the order. So for this, I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did. So I'll go 2 to the A zone, 2 to the credit card, 2 to the A zone, 2 to the credit card, reload, and then go 2 to the credit card, 2 to the credit card, A zone, A zone. Now, I want to apply a little bit more confirmation, right, for the credit cards to make sure I'm getting that. But when I get down here, I really want to be pushing myself to just hose through this. Force myself to pick small spots so the gun lands precisely where I want it. And then I really just want to use minimal confirmation level to just start pushing aggressively. And obviously, if I don't change anything structurally or pressure-wise, the bullets will be where they need to be. If I do that, if I change any of that stuff, then the bullets won't be where they are. So let's switch out these mags here. And we will go for this. So large A zone, credit card, large A zone, credit card, speed reload, credit card, A zone, A zone. All right? Looking for obviously all alphas in everything. Shot the wrong order. Totally fucked that up. I came into the bottom A zone and not the head box, and then I just worked it around. All right, so that's another way you could do it, right? So what happened is I came up, I shot A zone, credit card, back to A zone, right? And I did the blending correctly, but that's not what I told you I was gonna do. So we'll redo that, and I'll actually do it the way I wanted to, the way I explained to you to do it. But I'm mentally challenged, and I lose attention really quick. So we'll go A zone, credit card, A zone, back to credit card, so that nice little X, reload, credit card, A zone, A zone. All right? Should have enough here. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right? You can see the distinct difference on how I'm attacking these targets, right? A zone, credit card, A zone, credit card, then reload, credit card, A zone. I missed that one there. All right? So these are some things you can work on, right? Really push yourself to use the least amount of visual information that you need to really get your eyes driving to those small spots, attacking aggressively, not making any pressure changes or structural changes. If you're seeing that some of the wheels are coming off, right, try to tie cause and effect. That's what we're always looking to do. What was the specific reason that I made this mistake? Was it not enough information, or did that lack of information just make me do some buffoonery and start pressure changing on the gun, pushing the rounds out, right? Hopefully this drill helps you. It's a lot of fun. You can do a bunch of different ways of setting this up. I mean, it's a myriad of different layers you could put on this. Throw reloads, don't throw reloads, make it go around with 2 different reloads in it, whatever you want. All right, your imagination is literally gonna be your limit, but it's an easy drill to set up, only takes 2 targets, and you can really start pushing some aggressive shooting there with different size hit zones and with proper blending. You get a lot of value out of it. Hope this helped. Throw any questions you guys got in the comments, or concerns, or you want to talk shit on my shooting. I always love that. That's always enjoyable. Feel free to do that as well, and I'll be back at you with another video.